Okay, 1-0 through 80 minutes there. A lot of push. I guess what were your thoughts on the final result?
Well, I think if we wanted to keep it at 1-0, we could have easily done that. Obviously, we needed to push for the win, and things happen in the counterattack, which we talked about at halftime. But they do happen. Guys want to get forward, want to have that golden opportunity and a chance for glory in front of the goal. And we got caught pushing up a little too much. They were able to transition and get some goals, but our guys really worked hard. I feel badly for them. There's a lot of guys who are good goal scorers. They're not great goal scorers, but now it's, just get a little tight in a game like this where you want it so badly. I think we just missed a couple sitters there that we normally would put away.
What's the most frustrating thing about the inability to score?
Well, it's frustrating results, first of all. I mean, obviously, if you can't get a win without scoring a goal, and that's frustrating sometimes for us. And we have several games now that we don't have 0 goals, several games. And that's hard on a forward psyche. It's hard for them to believe in themselves the next time they go out, when the last time they weren't able to get a goal or create much. And unfortunately, sometimes that can snowball. And I think, although we did play well on Friday night, now that we have 0 on the board, I think people now start questioning themselves for another week. We don't have that confidence that every time we show up, I'm a great player, I can put a ball in the net. And Zach DeFrancis coming back, I hope he can get that back, because he's had it before. BJ's had that before. And the guys are working hard. We just hope it works out for them.
What's the most surprising thing to you about maybe the 2-5-2 record right now?
Well, I think it's a little unfair. I think we play well. We're not the best team in the league by any stretch, but we work hard enough that I think we deserve more results than we've gotten. But there's a lot of coaches who will complain about that. So there's nothing new. But that is certainly the worst part about our record right now is we don't feel it's indicative of our effort and our performance.
How do you think high school teammates Pedro and Matt Ryder did in the midfield?
They see each other pretty well. Matt's such a defensive player, defensive-minded player, and he plays well with Pedro. So it's fun to see those two guys together, especially at practice. When there's no pressure at practice, they really do some fun things. But they need to show that here this season. But for sure, when they get back to their missions, we need to see a lot of that.
What kind of difference would Brent Jensen might have made tonight?
Well, Brent gives us the freedom to go forward a lot more. Gives a lot of people a lot more freedom to go forward. So Britt, for instance, doesn't have to chase back nearly as much. So Brent spent a lot of energy and lost a bit of his energy there in the probably 65th minute. We felt like he was still good enough to be out there, but he lost a lot of his energy because he had to track back so much and make up for Brent's loss.
Coming out in the second half, knowing you were going to have 45 minutes up a man, did you expect to score a goal?
Yeah, I really thought we'd score a goal. I thought worst case scenario would be 1-1. But we told them just the other night on Friday night against the Seahorses. We were up 1-0. We won we were down a man, and we won 2-1. So that happens, and every soccer player's seen that happen a million times. And we talked about it at halftime to make sure we were covered back, even up to the 90th minute, because we could get one. But they have good goal scorers. They get a half chance to put it away, and good for them. That's what makes him so valuable.
How much more frustrating is it that it happens at home again like that?
Well, it's really frustrating to happen at home. We have a lot of loyal fans, and we had a decent crowd tonight, and we'd like to put on a good show. Our guys work hard for a college team. We're an outstanding team, and sometimes we have to remember that we're playing against teams that are better than NCAA teams, and quite frankly, teams that we have to work our hardest to have a chance to compete with. And so results aren't always a true indicator of progress for a team, an indicator of our effort as a team, and really what our program's all about. But it doesn't